Good morning, everybody. This is Siva from Soundbox Irrigation Design Services. So today we are going to discuss about one of the efficient spray heads in irrigation industry. It's called MP Rotator. We know this is the product which is developed by the Hunter Industries. So Rainbow also provides the same kind of product which names as R1 rotary nozzles. So it's also gives the same features as like the MP Rotator. So we will discuss about that R1 in the next session. So as of now, today I'm going to just discuss about MP Rotator. What is MP Rotator? So hope you will enjoy this talk. If you have any doubts, you can ask me anytime. So just I would like to start with an overview of MP rotator. So as we know, this is the picture of MP rotator. So it has, you can see this. There's a pop-up here, and there is also one more pop-up in this. So it is actually double pop-up. This double pop-up, patented double pop-up nozzle keeps the sprinkler free of external debris. So if there is any debris coming inside from the spray body, so it will come out again immediately from the spray body, so that it will not get stuck inside there, and it will not object the, it will not stop the spray waters. Okay, so it's very efficient. At the same time, it consists of some inlet filters which keeps sprinkler free out of debris. So this is, so if you, in this picture you can see this, it MP rotator gives the spray in the form of multi trajectory rotating streams, and you can adjust this radius, and also you can adjust the arc. So we will discuss about it various products of MP rotators. So it is majorly compatible with the PRS 40 Pro Spray 40 spray body. So if you install the MP rotator in the spray body, it will save you a lot of water, and it will give you the uniform application of water in every area of the landscape. So MP rotator is a huge breakthrough in the irrigation industry. So as we know, Hunter industry has a separate patented right for the this double pop-up MP rotator sprinkler. So moving to the next slide, MP rotator usually comes in two format. One is standard MP rotator, and another one is MP 800 precipitation. MP 800. So standard rotator gives the precipitation rate of 0.4 inch per hour, whereas the MP 800 gives us the 0.8 inch per hour precipitation rate. So you know this. You can use this for the clay soil which has the low infiltration rate, and you can also use this high infiltration. I mean, actually, this is low infiltration rate comparing to the other spray types. So MP rotator, as I said earlier, MP rotator comes into precipitation rate 0.4 inch, 0.8 inch per hour. So you can use this 0.4 inch for clay soils which has low infiltration rate, and you can use this for medium soils like loamy soils, or you can use this also for the sandy soils as well. So, okay, so MP rotator MP 800 has an 0.8 inch per hour precipitation rate. So I'm just going to discuss about the models of MP rotator. So you can see this, there are variety of color coded of the MP rotator heads. So you can see the first MP 800 series which has 0.8 inch per hour precipitation rate. So it comes in various arc adjustment like 900 to 210-degree arc adjustment, which generally comes in 180-degree industry fixed, but we can also adjust according to our convenient. So and the radius also varies. So it is short radius, 6 feet to 12 feet. We can use this model, 6 feet, orange and yellow. We can use this for uh, 6 feet to 12 feet radius. And this MP 815, you can use this for 8 feet to 16 feet. So these five models belongs to the MP 800 series, which has the precipitation rate of 0.8 inch per hour. And the next standard MP rotator, which has a variety of models. You can see there are a lot of color coded differences here. So 92, uh, 210, 210 to 270, and full circle sprinkler nozzle. So it varies again. It varies depends upon the radius. So this one is for 8 feet to 15 feet radius, and this black, green, red is for 13 feet to 21 feet radius. So and there's also an MP corner which has the uh, use. We can use this for 45-degree to 105-degree arc arc adjustments. Okay, so in the very narrow areas we can use this MP corner. At the same time, in this strip nozzles we can use this in many areas like which has wide length, but uh, length is shorter, but it has a wide space. So we can use this MP strips for those, but this all products belongs to the standard MP rotator, which has the 0.4 inch 0.04 inch per hour pressure. As you know this, we have discussed about the pressure regulators in various in previous sessions. We know the importance of pressure regulators. So when we are using pressure regulators, the uniform or uniform instance of application rate will be uniform all over the area. Okay. So as you discussed, when we are using sprays with regular pressure regulation, you can see the variation. You can see the equal amount of distribution. But when we are not using when without pressure regulation, when we are using without pressure regulation, obviously once this area has more pressure and this area has little bit low pressure, so it will decrease over the length of the lateral pipe. So this is also one of the uh, uh, one of the advantage of using sprays with pressure regulators. So we have discussed this in the previous sessions as well. So actually MP rotator is most compatible with the Pro Spray PRS 40, which will operate at the 40 psi, uh, which will operate well at the 40 psi pressure. So you can use 30 psi spray body as well in the when we are using short radius 10 feet to 6 feet to 10 feet, we can use PRS 30 body as well. So because we don't need much pressure for the short radius, but when we are using pre PRS body for the long radius, it's better to go with PRS 40 spray body. So it's compatible with both the PRS 30 and PRS 40. If you are not using any one of this in your project, so obviously the distribution of water is not uniform in the landscape area. And one more thing, so you can see the picture here. How does the empirota consume more water? So as we know, it has an uniform distribution all over the area. You can see when we are using traditional spray heads, like it has too much water here. Here we have dry spots. Here we have too much water. So it's not actually uniform, right? But when we are using empirota, which has a multi-trajectory, multiple streams like this picture. So okay, let me change to laser pointer here. So it has multiple stream of trajectory. So it has a uniform distribution all over the area compared to the other traditional spray heads. So right. So in this picture, drip irrigation we have shown here. We cannot use drip irrigation in the turf areas like short areas or turf areas. We cannot use drip irrigation because it doesn't apply water all over the area. It just apply to the particular points of the landscape area. So obviously it's not a recommendation to use a drip irrigation for the turf area. So it's good to go with the sprinklers. In the sprinklers, MP rotation is more uniform in distributing the water. You can see the picture here. Water is delivered at 0.4 inch per hour, so which is actually very pretty low. So you can avoid runoff in the turf areas or in even the slopey areas, right? Okay. So when we have an 1.6 inch per hour which causes flooding, that leads to runoff, right? So there is a lot of chance of runoff. There are a lot of chance of runoff in when we are using traditional sprayers. So it's always recommended to MP rotators. Oh yes, obviously MP rotators is costlier than other types of traditional spray heads, but we will see that how it will be very efficient in cost wise as well in the later slides, right? So hope you have understand the difference between MP rotators and the other type of spray heads as well. So you can use this. It's a handy tool for the irrigation technician when we are installing the MP rotators. So you can it does have dual purpose. Like you can adjust the arc radius with this tool and also adjust the radius. Sorry, you can adjust the arc. You can adjust the radius as well in with this single tool. So it has dual purpose in this thing. So when we are adjusting the arc, you can just use like this. When we are adjusting the radius, we can just put that insert the hand tool in the top of the rotator. Okay, so when we are rotating the clockwise, we know we are um, just increasing the length. So when we are uh, rotating in the anti-clockwise direction, we are just reducing the arc length, right? So as you see in this picture. And this is the calculation of precipitation rate of MP rotator. So you can see this is the formula for uh, calculation of specific precipitation rate. So this is the square spacing and this is the triangular spacing. We know we do use this both uh, in our project, in our Soundbox project. So actually triangular spacing is more efficient than square spacing. So it is always recommended in irrigation industry. But how something is different, somehow it's little bit different between these only square and equilateral triangle. So you can see this when you are calculating this, you can see when we are using square spacing, we can just getting 0.39 inch per hour precipitation rate, but when you are using uh, equilateral triangle spacing, so we are just getting 0.4945 inch per hour. So obviously it's very good, very handy to go with equilateral triangle spacing. And then, so this is strip calculation, this is MP strip using. So we are just placing the strips in the very narrow areas, like in between the pathways, in between the pathway and building areas. So we're just using this here. So we place this in the corner and in like a zigzag motion. So we can also use the calculate the precipitation rate of strip calculation as well with the formula. So hope you have understand the uh, calculation of precipitation rate using this formula. This 96.25 value is the just converting the GPM to the feet cube per hour. So it's very easy actually. And then MP corner. So when we are having very narrow area like 45-degree area, so this MP corner heads are very handy to we, because we can adjust this from 45 degree to 105 degree, and you can use this for 8 feet to 15. So it's very handy when we are using MP corner in the corner areas. So its precipitation rate is 0.4 inch per, so it belongs to standard MP corner, standard MP rotator team. And then, so cost wise, I have explained this in the previous slides that MP rotator going to save you a lot of cost, because we know that precipitation rate of the flow rate of MP rotors is very low comparing to the other types of traditional sprays. So if we have a very low flow rate, we can join more heads like in a single zone. So we need to, for example, in the traditional sprays, we can only use fewer heads in a single zone, because every traditional place has a high flow rate, like, so for example, if we have a uh, 3 gpm of heads which have, so if we have 12 gpm available, so obviously we can use only 4 heads. But in this case of MP rotator, if we have a 12 gpm available, so it only goes to 2 gpm is 2 gpm flow rate of MP rotator, so we can use 6 heads. So which means we can save a lot of walls. We don't need to make a lot of zones in when we are using MP rotators. At the same time, if we reduce the valves, obviously we will reduce the lateral line as well. Then we will also reduce the wiring length as well. We can go with the small station controllers, like we don't need to go with high station like 6 station. We can use the 4 station only. So obviously this is the, you can also, if we are just using minimum valves, then obviously we can go with a fewer main line length. So hope you have understand how this MP rotor is very helpful in irrigation industries. So I would always recommend everyone to go with MP rotators whenever you have commercial projects, like even in residential project as well, you can go with this. So thank you for joining today. If you have any doubts, you can ask me anytime. So bye bye. We are Soundbox Irrigation Design Services. Thank you.